Over. The Eagles in good position to start out as they come up 1st and 10 at their 38.
No,
Throw left side complete. That's Brown. And getting this just shy of midfield. They spotted at the 49. 11 yards for number 11.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
And they'll send the tight end in motion here. A 1st down carry for Barkley. Well, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 41 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times.
Partner, we always talk about how important 3rd down is, but I think 1st down is equally important because everything comes off of that play. If the defense wins the down, they are able to attack. If the offense wins the down, they might go faster, do other things, and change things up. That big play right there allows this offense to really get in gear.
And after the good game last play, this time they say, as he's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage. Play 3 of the drive not as successful. They go backwards after those 2 1st down gains.
Partner, one thing I was lousy at growing up, track and field, I could never anticipate the start before a race, but how about that backer? He figured it out, jumped the count, and turned it into a really nice play for his defense.
On 2nd down, Gainwell looking for space. And he'll get 4 here down to the 35-yard line.
Holding offense.
So that time they got the left guard with a hold.
And let's face it, in today's ball, you might have that 330-pound guy you're supposed to clear out of there. You might need a little bit of extra help by grabbing the jersey and trying to ride him out.
They're going to look to throw. This is caught. It's Brown.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and get the quarterback a really nice target.
Escaping the pressure right. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Well, he certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
So Hurts is off, and on comes Jake Elliott for the Eagle field goal. He made his first, this from 47 yards out. The kick by Elliott is good, and they'll get it back within a point at 7-6. So the margin shrinks a bit as back-to-back drives here for him, and with field goals.
Yeah, we know no one's turning down 3, especially in the first half, but you've got to finish these drives in the end zone. That's got to be a priority. Nice to have a reliable kicker, but outside of his agent, you know you'd rather him kick 1-pointers instead of 3-pointers.
And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. The Ravens offense now, they get set to head back on the field. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
Off the option, here's Henry. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. The tackle by Nakobe Dean.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Second down, they go again with Henry. Wiggles free. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. 70 yards rushing for him now in the first half of this Super Bowl.
But they really needed to get something going, didn't they? They punted on the last 2 possessions. The running game starting to come to the front for them, providing a nice pickup there to keep this drive going.
So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Now it's Jackson. He finds Bateman over the middle. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. And between the last 2 plays, they've moved it over half the length of the football field.
How about the way they're moving the ball down the field? They had a big play a moment ago. Followed up with another nice one here. And before you know it, they're already looking at 1st and goal.
They go play action with Jackson. And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. Charlie Kohler, a 5-yard touchdown. As his guys are able to extend their lead. Tucker now for the extra point. And it's up. It's good. Our score, 14-6. That time, 75-yard drive, 5 plays. And it was finished off by Charlie Kohler's touchdown catch. And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25. Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. They go play action with Hurts. And they're waving pressure too much. Down he goes. Adafe Owe from that outside linebacker spot gets in there. It's a loss of 9. These sacks now, they're starting to pile up, Charles. And that front 7 defensively, they've had their way with this offensive line.
And I think at this stage, we have to start thinking about different play calls. We've got to start helping this quarterback out because the entire game he's been under siege. I don't care.
This time for Smith, and it's intercepted. And he'll take this down inside the 15-yard line. And they'll take possession already in the red zone and in a great spot to add points to the scoreboard.
And, Brandon, how many times have we seen a defense with a lot of field behind them get even more aggressive, right? They feel like they've got them not pinned down, but in a favorable spot for them. And they took advantage of it there. Got a nice interception and set up their offense in great shape.
And not a lot of success to be found there.
Oh, you got that right, partner, because if you're trying to make guys miss about 10 yards or so downfield, that's a pretty good play. But if you got to do it in your own backfield, I consider that a problem. That doesn't work too well.
The loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. They'll try the right side with Henry. After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
On 3rd down, Jackson. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
The way he's been slinging in the first half, you expect everything he throws to go for a touchdown, but I guess he's got to wait to try and pick up that 3rd, isn't it?
Yeah, I thought he had him for a second, but you're right, not to be. So Jackson will head to the Ravens sideline, and on comes Justin Tucker for the field goal try. Tucker's kick is good, and that will extend their lead here to 17-6. So golden field position there squandered as they can muster only a field goal.
Yeah, you were gifted a 1st and goal situation, but I have to give credit to the defense. They were brought out in a really tough situation, so give them credit for holding them to 3. That's a pretty nice accomplishment.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive. In particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, and some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take...
Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. And a busy night for Henry continues. And maybe a little over pursuit there as he's able to take this down to the 25-yard line. 83 yards for him on the ground so far tonight as he has been terrific in this first half.
Now this is an example of breaking down a defense, because in a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Completes a diagonal. And now the ball's out. And the defense not able to get it. From a defensive perspective, what's that moment like when you realize the ball is loose?
It is a moment where all concentration goes right to the football. This is something you've talked about in all your preparation for the game. You probably talked about this training camp. Knock the ball free, take it away from the other team, and now you have that chance. There's a little bit of deflation when they end up recovering it.
They knocked it free, but couldn't take it away. And the Ravens are going to be set up with a 1st and goal. It's a nice run there. Gets them down to the 6-yard line. 2 minutes on the clock in the second quarter of this Super Bowl. Jackson. They set up the screen for Henry. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. 3 yards is the gain that time. 2nd and goal.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
Second and goal from inside the 5. Now Jackson. And that'll be taken in by Andrews for a Ravens touchdown. 4 yards on the touchdown grab. And the Ravens continue to look good here in the first half of this Super Bowl. Tucker with the extra point. And the lead is up to 18 now. The drive summary that time, 5 plays. And it's Mark Andrews who finishes things off with a touchdown reception. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. Now we'll get a stoppage here as it appears we've got an Eagle slow to get up. We'll take a break and get a report from Vegas after this. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
On 1st and 10, it's Hurts. And a dangerous throw there on the drop-off. Incomplete, nearly intercepted.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
Here's Hurts to throw. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And the Ravens are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield. A nightmare of a first half for him. That's now 3 interceptions. But Charles, with his talent, if anyone can shake this off and right the ship, it's him.
I agree, because you don't get to be one of the best quarterbacks in the league without developing some major mental toughness. So I expect him to go in the locker room at halftime, hit the reset button, and come out a new guy in half number 2.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
2nd and 10. Jackson now. He finds Aguilar over the middle. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. This now a 3rd and 4. Here's Jackson to throw. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then, of course, they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play. And that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
That's good. The completion there for 7 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
He's got it complete to Aguilar. And he's brought down after a very nice game. So it's halftime here on sports' grandest stage in the Super Bowl. As we send you to our EA studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. What a season this has been. Hard to believe it ends tonight, as we'll get back to you guys for the second half of this Super Bowl in just a moment. We saw a terrific first half from the dual-threat quarterback, Lamar Jackson. He threw a first-quarter touchdown pass, then 2 more in the second quarter, a 3-touchdown half. And he may just be getting started. Both teams making their final adjustments of the season during this long halftime break. Who will claim the Lombardi Trophy? To find out, we go back to Brandon and Charles in Vegas for the second half of Super Bowl 58.
All right, Coach, thanks very much. Fine work as always as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. These two teams sat through a longer than usual 30-minute wait, but we're back in action here in this Super Bowl. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Eagles ready to go on offense to begin quarter number 3. And right now, their chances of hoisting that Lombardi Trophy not looking too great, but perhaps that long halftime, maybe it did them a world of good.
But if there's ever a chance to regroup, it's in this game, right? Because you do have that long halftime, a chance to really assess things and maybe make some changes and true adjustments. They played great all year long. That was the worst first half of the season for them. They're hoping to put it behind them and come out punching here in the second half.
Off the play fake. Here's Hurts. Pass to Brown. He's got it on the crossing route. Now a pause, and there's an injured Raven in need of some assistance. We'll take a break and get a report from Vegas after this. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now Hurts on the option right. And he'll go out of bounds. It appears right at the 45. Give him 10 yards on the keeper, and it'll lead to a 2nd down.
Well, partner, for a few years there, we thought this read option play was going to take over the whole NFL. It seemed like everyone was using it. But it has been scaled back considerably in the last few seasons, mainly because people are worried about their quarterbacks getting hit. But when you call it at the right time and you use it properly, you see the type of gains you can get. A nice chunk of yardage there by the quarterback.
So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit.
Still 2nd down.
They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches. After the penalty, they go with Barkley. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. 46 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries.
Despite the score, despite the deficit, no quitting this guy. He's running angry, running through arm tackles. He wants to change what that scoreboard is saying.
They keep it with Barkley on first down. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Yetur Gross-Matos there to bring him down. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play. Holding him to no gain.
Throwing is Hurts. Gets this out to Saquon Barkley. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 24-yard line. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards.
Boy, a lot of moving parts on this play, but what a nice design to leap the running back out to the left and send him down the field. And a good job spotting him and hitting him for a big play.
Looking left side, and he's got a man. Brad Smith. Calling a gain of 6 on the play, and that'll make it second down. This drive, it's been a good mix. 3 passing plays, 3 runs, hitting on all 3 of those passes, and the last one putting him in the red zone.
So wouldn't you think play action right here? Because you've got the ability and had the ability to run it and throw it. Go play action and take your shot at the end zone.
Play action. Here's Hurts. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Just what they need, a lecture from me, but subpar offense is what helped get them into this spot. And now they're continuing the trend with incompletions. That won't get them out of it if they don't change something soon.
Smith will come in motion right. Hurts sets up to throw it. That is caught. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds.
Personal foul, roughing the passer, defense.
Well, Charles, sometimes we talk about the lengths officials sometimes go to protect star quarterbacks, but that one, that was tough to argue against.
Yeah, and I'm sure that everyone's going to say, hey, we're going to administer the penalty the same way for all quarterbacks. But when it's a star back there, even more so are they going to be diligent about throwing the flag.
Barkley fighting, but he won't get too far. Maybe a yard, that's all, down to the 2. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal.
This is a critical sequence here for this offense. Things really haven't gone their way so far. This could be their chance to get back into it, but they've got to find a way to punch this ball in.
Barkley again. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks,
and that one ended up going backwards.
They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal, and that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. So instead of forcing the field goal, it'll be 1st and goal.
Yeah, the force was trying to make something happen that just didn't need to, right? I mean, plays happen, let it go. It's over. Instead, it creates a penalty.
And Barkley will try to punch it in. And he's in. Touchdown, Eagles. Saquon Barkley taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Eagles are able to cut into this lead as they score on the opening drive of the second half. And they would not be denied on the ground, powering it in just 1 play after they got stopped short.
And how about how many tight ends are on the field? Because in today's NFL, we think of a tight end more as a pass catcher. For this group, they tell them you've got to be able to run block to stay on this team. And they committed to it and got it done right there.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. The Ravens offense getting ready now for their first possession of the second half. And they were terrific in the first half, built up a sizable lead, and it's just been cut into a bit following the opening drive score on the other side. But this is a unit that has to be itching to get the football again.
You can say that again. They've got to be pretty eager because, let's face it, they've had to sit through halftime, then sit on the sidelines and watch that drive. So you can bet that they're saying, let's get on with this. We got to go out there and get some more points.
Jackson's throw into the hands of Andrews. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up the touchdown.
Henry will get it. He's been busy today. A very tough run, but for a short gain out near the 32. 4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave them with a third and about 4 more for first.
Well, partner, they've been running it well the entire game, and the big guys up front, they're a huge reason why. And now they're reaping the benefits as they continue to open up big holes and gain nice yardage.
Now throwing on third down there, but he cannot connect.
Well, plain and simple, that's the second time today that he's dropped a pass.
And that one, I think, maybe even a little easier than the earlier one that he dropped. Surprising.
Was this game announced as a night game prior to, and maybe his rhythm is just off? He's got thrown off. He's going to have to wake up, enjoy the sunshine, and go play.
On fourth down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. Good open field tackling there. A 50-yard punt followed by just a 1-yard return. And they will take over 1st and 10. Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession. Last time out, they scored the touchdown, but Charles, they look up and they're still down double digits, so you feel like just to keep pace, this drive probably needs to end in the end zone as well.
Yeah, and I think the best move for them is to not worry about how far they are down on the scoreboard, but to just remember the last drive and how it ended. Go ahead and try and repeat that. Then you can look at the scoreboard and see where this game is.
Now a first down run is sniffed out from the start as they'll drop him for a loss of 4.
But these guys are going to chop into that deficit. They got to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
So the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. From the gun, it's Hurts. And that went too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
Another attempt, another incompletion, and when I look at the scoreboard and where we are in this game, it comes to mind that they have to start getting the ball in the hands of their playmakers. Throw it to the guys that maybe can take a short pass and turn it into a long gain or make people miss downfield. They've got to have points, and the guys who can put the ball in the end zone, they're the ones that need to touch the ball.
They'll bring one of the tight ends in motion left. On third down, Barkley. And a nice job to break free of one tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be fourth down.
Well, they got off the field on third down. An excellent job, an excellent defensive series. We always talk about adjustments, and usually only at halftime. But the best teams adjust series to series. And on that series, they adjusted so well that they got the job done in fine style.
Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. Fair catch called for and taken right near the 30-yard line. A big kick that time, 52 yards.
Baltimore about ready to go on offense.
They had that first half lead, but they have been shut down here in this third quarter, so time to retool a bit.
And probably need to tap into that emotional vein that gets them back to really playing hard and effectively. Because a lot of times we think it's just play calls and this isn't working and they're shutting them down. Sometimes when you get a lead, you lose your edge. You don't play quite as hard. That's what they're looking for here.
Trying to get that edge back as they watch this lead shrink a little. Here's 2nd and 7. Henry up the middle. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting third and about 4 to go.
Well, praise has to go to the guys on the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game.
Now the throw on third down, knocked away and incomplete.
Coverage was awfully tight there on third down. They actually closed off all the passing lanes, forcing the incompletion and bringing up fourth down.
The Ravens send their punter out now as they're forced to kick for the 6th time today. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. And this will be taken at the 13. A 46-yard boot, but just 36 following a pretty decent return of 10 yards.
And it will be Eagles football, 1st and 10.
Philadelphia getting set to take the field.
See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled-out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He would love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
And this is incomplete. Oh, it looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in. Now it's 2nd and 10.
In motion left here, one of their tight ends. Barkley, inside handoff. And he'll take it forward for about 5 up to the 28-yard line.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the 1st down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
Hurts.
They'll set up the screen to Barkley. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
For as many sacks as this defense has, you can understand their willingness to try and get upfield and get another. So what a really smart play call here to use their aggression against them, go with the screen, and they're able to get the 1st down.
it's Gainwell. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at second down.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good first down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on first down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. They'll get this out to Barkley complete. He won't find a ton of space following the display of power as he's down just inside the 45. A good job defensively to hold that to 4 yards, and now it's third down.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here.
They'll bring one of the tight ends in motion right here. And now with the play clock winding down, a whistle and possibly a false start.
The offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted.
And a manageable third down becomes a lot less manageable. 3rd and 7 after the false start. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. On third down, he'll drop to throw.
The throw left sideline falls incomplete.
So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yes, let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They're giving him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
On is the punter man as he boots this one away.
And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback.
The Ravens ready to take over.
They've got to right the ship. They had a great first half, but the lead has really gone down. Now, you always talk about the adjustment to the adjustment. They've got to adjust right here.
And I think a lot of it is just mentally. Get back to doing what you were doing well in the beginning of the game, but a lot of that is playing with that emotion and that sense of pride and fire that sometimes goes away a little bit when you build up a lead. You think you got it going, and you also think, at any moment, I can go ahead and go back to the way it was before. You and I both know it's not that easy once you get off the gas a little.
Yeah, they don't want to see this lead diminish anymore. A 20th carry now for Derrick Henry. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. And a nice little gain. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
They've been running it well all game, and why not? The big guys up front, they're just having a ball, creating monster holes for their guys to run through.
On 3rd and 1, Jackson. Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the 3rd quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly at the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
47 yards on the punt that time, just 1 yard on the return. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. And out come the Eagles.
The last series for them, a little disappointing, forced to punt. And now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive, 1st and 10.
They'll send a tight end in motion right. They'll bring the tight end in motion right here. In motion left goes a tight end.
63.
On 1st down, Hurts.
And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
It's been clear in this matchup which side has been the more physical one. It's been this defense. And here's another example on that last play.
3rd quarter of the biggest spectacle in sport, the Super Bowl. Thanks for joining us, everybody. 2nd and 10.
And they'll send the tight end in motion. On 2nd down, here's Barkley. Nifty juke there.
Not much fun for a guy trying to tackle it.
And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. 21 yards and a first down. Pretty explosive run on that inside handoff, and when you're a runner of his caliber, you don't need a big crease.
You really don't, but also what we're seeing is an offensive line that's taking charge at the point of attack, aren't we? Not only they're controlling the initial contact, they're actually utilizing what they call the stream, the next 2 to 3 seconds, to continue to move people.
Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8. We are through 3 quarters of play here from Allegiant Stadium in Super Bowl 58. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. And we're back in the Super Bowl. Time to decide who gets to hoist that Lombardi trophy as we begin the 4th and final quarter of action. Here's a quick throw caught by Smith. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. They give those 2 yards right back, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 10. Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. In motion right is Smith. They go play action with Hurts. Pass to the sideline and pulled in. And he is going to have an Eagles first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. And in a 2-score game, obviously, every play, every 3rd down, like we saw there, magnified, big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to 3rd down. They've got to maximize time and conserve as much as possible.
They go back to the ground now with Barkley. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. Now back to throw. This one goes out wide for Barkley. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. 5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Here's Hurts to throw. He finds it again, Saquon Barkley. And he's going to be taken down. Plus, there's a penalty flag in the backfield. They may get 15 more on top of this. But Charles, they're trying to protect this lead late. Those are the types of mistakes they could afford to go without.
About the last thing you want to give them is help in completing a comeback, which is exactly what that penalty does.
Up the middle with Barkley. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. Odafe Owe so quick, and he gets to him there behind the line.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
When you're leading in the final quarter, your radar has to be up for any potential deep shots. And probably not the last one they're going to see in this game, not as long as they hold this lead.
And they'll send the tight end in motion left. They'll motion the tight end across the formation.
63.
Out of the shotgun, they run with Barkley. And that's not going to get it done. He'll come up well short of the first at about the 21. 4 yards on the pickup there, but it's going to take him to 4th down. So Hurts is off, and on comes Jake Elliott for the Eagle field goal. On the left hash mark, this a 38-yard attempt. The kick by Elliott is good, and that'll make this an 8-point game. All right, right, so they needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal there, maybe not exactly what they wanted, but the necessary first step.
There's still time remaining, and there's enough time to get it done. They've got to get at the least a 3-and-out here to get the ball back, preferably a takeaway.
After the field goal, here's Elliott to kick it away. On the return, Deontay Hardy. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. Baltimore's offense set for this next possession. And the tension ratcheting up all around. A 1-score game, 4th quarter of the Super Bowl. This is what you folks came for. Every play with the potential to win or lose a title as they look to drain some time off this clock. Yeah, he'll work free from 1 tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down.
Nice job by the defense figuring that play out and holding it to a short game, but I don't think the offense is going to be daunted. They actually accomplished their goal there. Now they've got them aware that they can throw a screen at them, maybe to slow the pass rush down a little bit, and they can throw it downfield.
Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete.
I think he could have scanned downfield forever, but there wasn't anything available. Ends up throwing an incompletion, and I think he'll take that.
The Ravens on 3rd down. They've had a lot of chances, but not much success, converting only 3 times. This is 3rd and 9. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson with a pick. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Eagles defense gets a pick-6 TD. What a moment for him, a pick-6 in the Super Bowl. You think about some of the big pick-6s over the history of this huge game. I remember, because I was watching with a lot of Colts fans, Tracy Porter picking Peyton Manning to get the Saints' first title.
Yeah, that one pretty much sealed the deal for New Orleans as well. But I got to go back a ways because, you know, unfortunately I'm considerably older. Herb Adderley, the Green Bay Packers, got it all started. The first pick-6, Super Bowl II against the Oakland Raiders, and some of the better ones that were out there. You might remember Dwight Smith of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers had 2 in one game when they won their Super Bowl championship against Rich Gannon in Oakland. You mentioned Tracy Porter already. How about James Harrison in the Steelers? You remember that one? 100 yards right before the half ended. That was a big-time play. But for me, the absolute classic, Willie Brown in slow motion against the Vikings for the Raiders. The grand old man, Willie Brown, 75 yards.
You recall them all. What a play here. Another pick-6 in the Super Bowl. So they throw the pick-6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This fielded right at the goal line. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. And the Ravens taking the field. Their lead is hanging by a thread after that pick-6. But, look, they're still in the driver's seat. Now the question, how aggressive will they be on this drive? Time to find out. Back to the air, Jackson following the pick-6. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. The sack there by Brandon Graham coming in and bringing him down to the ground. You can almost see his eyes light up defensively. I mean, as a linebacker, that's about as quick as you can get to a quarterback.
So what did your 3rd grade teacher teach you about straight lines, right? As soon as you have those, you take full advantage of them. He found a gap in the offensive line, got to the quarterback, and put him on the deck.
And he'll take this one only up to about his 13-yard line. They get just a yard back there, and now they'll be looking at a tough 3rd and 15. A tight game like this, such a tough spot for the offense to be in. Even though they have the lead, Charles, back up so close to their goal line, they got to protect the football.
And that's when you have to take care of your team with play calling as well. Not a lot of misdirection, not a lot of counters, not a lot of plays where you extra ball handler. Get it right to the hands of your running back, tell him to take care of the ball, and try to move forward.
Now a pause, and there's an injured Raven in need of some assistance. We'll take a break and get a report from Vegas after this. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Off the option, here's Henry. And a fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards. 2nd down. I'm sure that that's going to be the formula. Just keep the ball on the ground. Keep that clock moving.
And when you have the lead this late in the game, above all, stay in bounds. Yes, take care of the football. Yes, gain yardage, but stay in bounds and let that clock tick.
Henry again on second down. Escapes the defender. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. Hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. We'll take a break and get a report from Vegas after this. A solid run by Derrick Henry, and here's another 1st and 10. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he'll power ahead, but only for about 3 yards. Second down coming up. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? Just give your superstar the ball and continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence and playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play, backwards a yard.
Now, obviously, that's some good work there defensively, being able to stop them and bringing up a key 3rd down. But if you're on the offensive side of the ball, there's an opportunity, because I know what defensive guys are thinking right now. Just stop them, get to the ball. That means they might not be sound defensively. There could be some opportunities.
And you said key 3rd down. Highlight that word. Put it in bold. Here we go. And a 3rd down throw, and misses the target. Incomplete. Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them, because they know that if they pick up a 1st down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. And that'll hit at the 5 and go into the end zone for a touchback. The offense takes the field, and we turn our attention to Saquon Barkley. He's toppled the century mark already receiving the football, closing in on that on the ground, too. They've really had trouble handling him.
I think from what we've seen in this game, his success through the air has started to open things up for him on the ground, because now he's loosened up the defense, right? They've got to play just about every snap as if another receiver can get downfield on them, and he's been that receiver. Now they bring him back to the backfield. I think his yardage running the ball will increase as this one goes on.
Well, they might need to devote some extra attention to him, something just to stop the momentum he has. He's still on his feet. He's on his way. Saquon Barkley. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. Late game, that hurts. Take the touchdown off the board.
No doubt about it, and this is where you make a great movie scene, right? Go in, rally the team. Okay, we lost points there. Let's get it back and go out and score again. Can he get it done?
In motion goes the tight end. A handoff to Barkley. Oh, he shifts past him. It's a gain of 3, and it'll be second down.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
Every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. Motion left, Smith. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. To throw. Airing it out deep for Smith. That's
successful all night.
The Eagles send out their punter now, standing just outside his own goal line. On the return, Hardy, and he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. It'll go as a 50-yard punt. On the return, and the Ravens, they'll take over. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. They'll start with a give to Henry. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. This defense starting to buckle down when they need to, and right now they're winning this 4th quarter, losing the game, but they're winning in the 4th quarter.
And what a fine line it is about what they're trying to get done, because they're down, so they obviously need the football, need a score, but they can't be so aggressive as to give up their edge, their gaps, and have the offense hit them with a big play.
So they get half of what they needed. It'll be 3rd and 6 upcoming.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead, positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
Now a 3rd and 6. Jackson from the shotgun. And a throw there going to be incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
The Ravens send their punter out now, as he'll come on to kick this one away. Oh, what a play on special teams here. This is going to be down inside the 5, all the way down at the 2-yard line. Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession. And we're at the time of the Super Bowl where, look, they need points. And they need them badly. Trailing here in the 4th quarter as they begin this drive 1st and 10. They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. And he's able to get this across the 10 before being taken down. Now a pause, and there's an injured Raven in need of some assistance. We'll take a break and get a report from Vegas after this. So a little more space to operate now. 1st and 10 from right around the 12. Throwing is Hurts. And he'll get this underneath, dropping it off for Barkley. And they'll bring him down right around the 13.
Personal foul, roughing the passer, defense.
Well, certainly those are the types of mistakes they're trying to avoid as they attempt to protect this lead late in the game.
And let's face it, they're hoping that this one doesn't cost them in a significant way. Yeah, one guy committed a penalty, but now the entire defense has to pay the price and try and rise up and overcome it.
On 1st and 10, it's Hurts. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down. Hurts sets up to throw it. Flushed out right. And just not enough on the throw there. Down on his feet and incomplete.
His back has been a dependable safety valve all game, so he went back to him when his first leg was covered. Just unable to connect, so the play results in no gain.
Smith in motion right. Back to throw here. That's to the sideline and incomplete.
How about the coverage we just saw break out on 3rd down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
4th down on as the punt team sending this one away. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And that will come the offense as they take over. And now here come the Ravens. Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead.
13.
Throwing now, Jackson on 1st down. A short throw caught by Andrews. The result, only 4 yards there on the play, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on. Catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
A slant route caught by Bateman. Two minutes remain, and that's our score differential as well. 2 points here in the 4th quarter. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They'll try and choose some clock with Henry. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
You'd have to think likely another running play coming here, 2nd and 11. He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball. And whistles, and we're going to have another stoppage of play as they call the timeout on defense with 1:53 left. After that run, still a good amount of meat on the bone here for this 3rd down play. Can you envision them putting this in the air?
Totally. I mean, look at who he has under center right now. If you can't trust him with the football, you can't trust anyone. And frankly, to me, I want the ball down the stretch. Get the 1st down, keep it in the hands of my offense. I don't want to turn it over to them and rely on my D.
The Eagles will take their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. The Ravens send their punter out now. He's been terrific so far. Averaging 50 yards a boot so far as this one's away. Broken tackle, and he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. Hurts and the Eagles now down by 2. 1:39 to go. A field goal wins the Super Bowl, but work to do here on 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with the referee. Well, that frustration, Charles, it's been building on the defensive side of the ball. And unfortunately there, it turns into a roughing the passer penalty.
Yeah, and they should be frustrated because he's picked them apart the entire game, but it's got to come out in a different way. You can't hit him illegally. Stop him downfield the way you're supposed to.
Back to throw. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. So he's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
Flush to his right. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Forced out to his left. And he will slide down with a good gain. Too far for a field goal. They've got to go. It's 4th down. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. Eluding the pressure right. A hit as he throws, and this is going to be incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and that may write a finish to this Super Bowl. The Ravens taking a knee with victory seemingly in hand here. That is likely the final play of this game, and no better feeling, I would imagine, than taking a knee to wrap up the Super Bowl.
Culminates everything. The championship is theirs. And just think, the last play they had in practice before this game began was doing this, practicing taking a knee and winning a Super Bowl.
And they get to do just that. And it's all over. Just one is left standing, and that one is the Baltimore Ravens, your Super Bowl champions. And to the Super Bowl champions, they etch their name forever in NFL immortality.
That's pretty phenomenal right there. It actually gave me chills just to hear you say that, because immortality forever and ever. When you look in the record books, you'll see this team, you'll see their picture, that your name will be a part of it. That's got to be an incredible feeling, because it's been a long journey to get there, and now they get a chance to enjoy it.